Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy GZTV. I just got back from class. So now we are here to talk about what everyone has been waiting for, and that is the Conference Championship weekend for the NFL playoffs. There were two pretty good games. I mean, they were close games. At least there wasn't any blowouts or anything. Like the Packers, Cowboys. I would say divisional round, there was actually some pretty good games. But wild card was weird. So it's nice to see. I mean, in the divisional, the Ravens clapped the Texans. But Conference Championship was two pretty good games. Now, obviously, these games didn't turn out how I wanted them to. The same goes for pretty much everyone else in America who isn't a fan of the Chiefs or the Niners. I'm not a Niners hater. It's just, man, did I want to see the Lions win. Let's get into those two games, and that'll be the video. This will be pretty short, obviously, because it's only two games. The Pro Bowl's happening next weekend. I'm not going to talk about that. It's not like it really matters that much, and I don't usually make a Pro Bowl list either, so we'll figure something out to do next week. So the first game was obviously the AFC Championship. We had the Ravens and the Chiefs. Obviously, we all expected the Ravens to be here, but honestly, the Chiefs pulled something off here by making to the AFC Championship, and the fact they won this game, I think I don't know if it really surprises anyone, but in this particular matchup, but I feel like to make the Super Bowl, with what they've been doing this season, it's pretty impressive. But man, we definitely didn't want this. I mean, I really wanted Lamar Jackson to prove to all of his haters that he is a great player. I still think he's a good player, despite a pretty subpar game from him, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are headed back to the Super Bowl as the Chiefs shut down the Ravens by 7. Oh, I mean, I just don't understand. You're the best team. Going into the playoffs, the Ravens were easily the best team in the NFL. They literally beat the Niners. They beat so many good teams this season. I just don't understand how you only scored 10 points and 7 in the first half, 3 in the second half. Are you kidding me? That doesn't make any sense. There was only 2 scoring drives the entire 60 minutes of football for this Ravens team. Super disappointed. The first quarter was obviously vintage Patrick Mahomes picking apart the Baltimore defense with quick passes, with Travis Kelce on the other end of several of them. And they just kept up the momentum, and obviously their defense the Chiefs' defense complemented them very well. And I had to put Taylor Swift in the fucking graphic. I didn't make that graphic. I got it off the damn internet. So, whatever. The Chiefs obviously earn a spot in the Super Bowl, which nobody wanted except for Chiefs fans, by the way. This is one of the most hated teams in America. Is there really a reason for it? Probably not. People just hate on repeated greatness, which is why, over the years in basketball, we've gotten the Warriors and we've gotten LeBron getting so much hate. And obviously for football, Tom Brady has gotten hate over the years. But I don't know. It's a weird situation. Zay Flowers, very costly goal line fumble, and obviously on the sideline he injured his hand. So all sorts of bad mojo was kind of going around the Ravens for this game. Lamar threw a pass and caught it by himself. That was kind of a funny moment. Isaiah Pacheco doing good at finishing drives for the Chiefs. Lamar looked amazing in the first quarter. Bouncing back, throwing insane passes. Obviously, Zay Flowers had a hell of a game besides, the taunting penalty and the goal line fumble. I don't know what happened the rest of the game. I mean, he threw 20 for 37 at 272 yards and a touchdown, but that interception into triple coverage just wasn't it. And, I mean, it was a pass interference. There were a couple pass interferences. The Chiefs don't really get anything called against them, but I still don't understand why you throw that pass. And obviously Patrick Mahomes, 30 for 39 is super impressive. I don't think people realize how impressive that is. And he threw for a touchdown. Obviously Isaiah Pacheco had a touchdown. I mean, shout out to Lamar, though. He had 8 carries for 54, so he's still kind of keeping up his consistency on the run game. Travis Kelce, on a down year for his standards, he came out in the biggest game of the year so far, with somebody watching, of course. 11 catches, 116 yards and a touchdown. Great game for him. Zay Flowers had 5 catches, 115 yards and a touchdown. And the first conference championship game by a rookie here, this is quite insane. I think Zay Flowers is going to turn out to be quite an exceptional football player over the years. I think Lamar is going to be able to rely on guys like him. And I think in the offseason, they're going to be able to build on some things. Now, did they want the offseason to start right now? Probably not, but it's just how it is when Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs roll through town. So, yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on to the NFC Championship. Next game we have is obviously the Lions and Niners in the NFC Championship. And I'm low-key more disappointed about this than I was the other game. Because, yeah, I don't hate the Niners. Like, I have some sort of love for some of their players. Like, Deebo Samuel's a great player. Brock Purdy, as a young guy, is going absolutely bonkers. Start his career. Kyle Shanahan's a really good coach and all that stuff. But the Lions, this was their year to do this. Like, this was their year to be the underdogs, the Cinderella story of the NFL, and beat the best team in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl. And they were supposed to face the best team in the AFC, but they ended up facing a little bit of a Cinderella story of their own. I feel like the Chiefs were definitely doubted going into the playoffs, but it just didn't turn out that way. Brock Purdy and the 49ers rallied from 17 points down, 24-7 at the half. How do you lose this game? The Niners went on a 27-7 run in the second half. Just absolutely ridiculous. They beat the Lions by 3 to advance to the Super Bowl. And the other reason I'm mad at this is like, dude, we already got Niners Chiefs 2 or 3 years ago in the Super Bowl. Why the hell do we want to do that again? We need different matchups. Like, it's fine if the same team makes it over and over, but on the other side, if another team makes it similar, it's like, what the hell, man? What is the point of this? Like, I would have been fine with Ravens and Niners or Chiefs and Lions. I would have been fine with that. And obviously the Lions probably... I don't know what the script writers would have done if the Lions made the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Would they have rigged it for Mahomes to, like, be great? Or would they have went with the underdog? I don't know. But, it is what it is. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers were on the brink, needing a spark to overcome a big deficit and avoid a third straight loss in the conference title game. But they overcame it. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the Niners do kind of deserve a Super Bowl, which is why I'm rooting for Brock Purdy. Like, you know, we see the Lamar Jackson edits of the fate of the universe is in his hands, and now it switches over to Brock Purdy. And not only because I'm not a fan of the Chiefs just winning over and over and over again. I think they only have 1 or 2 Super Bowls. I don't remember. So it's not really getting that bad, but man, I'd love to see Brock Purdy get his first Super Bowl. I'd love to see the Niners get their first Super Bowl in, 30 years? It has been so long, and it has been so many failed opportunities. You know, they lost the Super Bowl probably like 3 or 4 times in a row. They lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Ravens. So I think it would have been really... It will be really cool if they can win. Sorry, I'm talking really fast. What the hell is wrong with me? But, yeah, obviously the Niners come back. They're going to the Super Bowl. In the final minute, the Lions try to keep hope alive by scoring touchdowns. And again, like in both of these games, I feel like the Niners and the Chiefs gave their opponents second opportunities again and again to go down and win a football game. And honestly, that onside kick was returnable if you didn't touch it before it hit the line. But whatever. Brock Purdy, huge scrambling. This is something that no one really looks at him for, but he came out there and he was running the hell out of the ball, which is great. Just making plays to being a catalyst for touchdown drives and scoring drives was awesome. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey had a couple touchdowns this game. That stupid thing where it hit the Lions player in the face mask and Brandon Ayuk made the catch was just ridiculous. It was pretty lucky, but like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of the Lions' fault. Jared Goff played really good. I have no complaints about him. I mean, 25 for 41, 273 yards and a touchdown is great. You get Brock Purdy going 20 for 31, 267 yards and a touchdown. He threw an interception. It got a little sketchy at first, but the Niners were able to kind of pick up momentum, get themselves back in the game. David Montgomery had a fantastic game. 15 carries, 93 yards and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey got in the end zone a couple of times. Sam Laporta, one of the best tight ends in the league, had 9 catches for 97 yards, while Deebo had 8 catches for 89. So those are kind of the big performers of the game. It's just things started to crumble for the Lions. They got in on their own heads, and the Niners were making runs, and there was nothing they could do about it, it seemed. It really sucks. Like, it sucks to see a team that has come so far and had so many doubters going into the season. I mean, obviously that first win against the Chiefs at the beginning of the season really set the tone for what they were setting out to do. But Super Bowl, I really hope that the Niners win this. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Whoever wins, I can't really control it, but I don't know. I think the Niners deserve a Super Bowl anyway. It's not even just out of Chiefs hate. I think the Niners, after all the years of shortcomings, they deserve one. So hopefully Brock Purdy and them can pull it out of the hat. That's who I'm going to be rooting for here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm out, guys.